I'm just going to make this little clip here now, I don't care. And I will try to keep it relatively short, but as you know, it could go anywhere. About, start off with that. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing swell. I guess that means you're just doing great, fantastic. Obviously, the sake of this video, sometimes you are standing in front of, I guess you say, like difficult decisions to be made. Throughout life, you are going to stand in front of decisions that you perhaps don't want to take, or you ignore. And I thought about that hard decision to make. I thought about, why do people indulge in like drugs and alcohol or bad habits, and like eating too much, for example. It's obviously it's a choice in the end of it. Some call it a disease, to be obese or having an addiction. I think more of it as a choice. And I think a lot of people indulging in those such activities may be kind of running from something. And myself standing in front of some decisions right now, it is hard, of course. Whether it's in, whatever level of degree of hard decision to be made, you've got to face that. So I was thinking about myself, for example. I enjoy going out and having some beers, and sometimes I was thinking, do I do that to like cover myself from making difficult decisions? And the honest answer is no. So why do I do that then? Why do I go and have some beers every now and then? Well, I cannot speak for everybody else, but I think I do it like most people. They enjoy having some beers. Because that is, as you know, people who know alcohol, it's an relaxed, you make yourself relaxed, and it's nice, tasteful with a glass of wine or a beer, whatever your preference may be. But speaking of beer, because myself, I would prefer a beer. And I can do the same with just enjoying myself a glass of water or whatever beverage. Like, I don't drink a lot of sodas. Every now and then I have a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi, something like that, Guaraná, Brazilian soft drink. But the sake of running from problems and indulging myself, but then it's kind of, there's always two sides of the coin. So I was thinking about the fact that maybe I've gone through like a hard breakup or a difficult situation where I just like, I will go and just get myself drinks, beers, or probably that had happened. But I wouldn't say that just because I'm standing in a situation where with my job, for instance, like, am I leaving this job to continue down another path? Am I considering to leave and start my life in another place? These are big questions, of course, but it's not like I would personally cover myself or indulge myself in bad habits just because of that. You just gotta, what makes you a strong individual, I think, is trying to make as less mistakes as you can throughout life, and they're going to be inevitable to avoid mistakes. We learn from mistakes. I mean, it sounds cliche, but that's what we do. We have to make mistakes to learn, to not make them again. Because people who makes mistakes never make any progress. Imagine being afraid of making mistakes. Where are you gonna stand then? You're literally gonna stand in the same footsteps, just stamping around in the same kind of footsteps. And that's where I feel now. I kind of feel like I need to take some risk. Many people may be just fine with the current situation they are in, just because it's safe and secure, and they are fine with the current situation. They are fine with status quo, so to speak. I'm different though. I want more, you know. I want more for my so-called career, whatever that is. I'm very two ways in the way of like speaking about career. So yeah, this is the point here. You gotta be able to, I hope you can hear me well. You've gotta be able to sit in front of a mirror and look yourself in the eye and see all kind of flaws, see all goods and bad side about you, and acknowledge the bad parts, not be afraid of the bad parts, just to be able to become a better, stronger human being, you know. Some people are very miserable. Sometimes I encounter these kind of people in this city. Like yesterday when I went running, it's not even worth mentioning. Someone just basically blocked me. Like looked like this kind of white trash piece of garbage. Sorry for sounding so disrespectful, but I don't like people disrespect me. Imagine you're out running and then somebody is just literally reaching out the arm like this and you're trying to pass. So I just said like, what's up man, what are you doing? And stared him down, and he just walked by me and continued. I just said funny man after him, and he didn't look back. I wonder what that was all about. But every now and then you meet people that are for some reason you can feel the energy around them. They are very bitter for whatever reason, and I was gonna say I pray for them. I don't know if I pray for them, but I wish people to awaken more, like to not put whatever you're going through onto somebody else. Sometimes you see these crazy videos on social media or wherever, and screaming just obscene stuff. How do you say? They screaming obscenity, no? Basically just foul language to some innocent person that didn't do anything, and it's horrible. Have you noticed that when you are in a argument, or when you see somebody that is screaming, you see like an argument on the street or something, sometimes there's one person just being so loud, screaming the most bad words you can imagine to someone. They are actually very small inside. That's why they feel like they need to make themselves heard by being loud and finding the most nasty words that they can to make them seem like they can have some sort of respect. And that is, when you're throwing those bad words out to somebody else, it's going to portray actually what you are. Most people miss to understand that. If somebody is being bad to you or hurtful to you, obviously you have every right to defend yourself in the proportional manner, I would say, and say whatever you need. That this is disrespectful, you should know better. Violence, obviously, only if needed, but most of the time you'll be better off trying to avoid that and walk away. I mean, under all circumstances, that is the best thing to do. But if that is needed, and if there's no other way, absolutely everybody should stand up for themselves or their loved ones to defend that, or yourself. I kind of have a short breath when I'm walking. I don't know, it's the heat, I guess. I'm not really walking that fast. But anyway, yeah, you meet these kind of people wherever you go in the world, and so you need to be prepared. I mean, bad things go down for the most useless and unnecessary reasons ever. You see that it's just easy as opening. You just need to open internet and social media and you see some of this stuff going down. It's horrific. Well, I'm gonna have some bite to eat now, I believe. Find some restaurant over here in the park, and I will leave it with that. That's it for now. Hope everybody is fine. I hope everybody is doing a wonderful Thursday, and you will see me later. Okay guys, take care. Ciao.